previous episode. That's halfway through 100.
You make
Yes.
praise Jesus.
Yes.
And just like that,
May he reign. What in the...
True Network.
we are back, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, gang?
Oh man, chilling, man.
How,
Nothing good.
how the hell are y'all?
Good.
Y'all act like y'all just like took something to just put both of y'all down. As soon as we start, y'all just both going to this little quiet zone.
Yeah,
Everybody good?
everybody good, man. I'm good.
All systems go.
Yeah.
Do we need the technical team to come in to fix him here, or because you know what this is gonna lead to, right? You want to get yourself together there? You just got it. It's the whole. See, yeah, yeah. It's the whole thing, bro.
Just a mic check.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We back.
All right.
See, man, he always got to make it weird. He always got to make it weird. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here.
True Network.
Episode 111 of Stats and Facts.
111. Our first angel number.
Is that what that's about?
I think I've heard. The people are saying.
Oh, man. But yeah, we out here, y'all. We are here. We got a gang of topics to get to. Should I go ahead and introduce this properly?
Thugs.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm waiting on. He ain't even...
I'm stalling him out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Episode 111, Stats and Facts. I am your host, Drosky Wooski, the bald and bearded one.
Yo. This your boy E.
Hey,
And it's me.
when y'all hijack the introductions, y'all should tell me before. Like, sometimes I do the whole introduction, and then sometimes I stumble, I suffer, and then y'all resurrect me and bring me back. I was about to come with some ill shit, and then he just like, yo.
Oh, I didn't know you was about to freestyle.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta let me know when you gonna hijack, you know what I'm saying? Hijack the EP. You feel me?
Almond Joys got nuts. Mounds don't, because sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes.
See, we need to do that. He's on the right path. We need to market this way better. Like, let's get to that. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Hit the like button. This is a way different podcast than anyone you've ever watched in your life.
Facts.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Palm Pizza. We're gonna go there. We're gonna shoot a commercial right in the front. We're gonna go in there. Then we're gonna go in there and tell them how good their pizza is, because their pizza is great. Man, I want to do the whole Coming to America with the address, Charleston Boulevard. I just don't know what it is. I think it's about
East Charleston Boulevard.
1605.
You want to go to the Pecos and Charleston corner.
Pecos and Charleston, right there on the right. You know what I'm saying? It's in a certain part of town.
Jackson Heights own.
That's right. Yeah. This episode is brought to you by
Pizza.
Palm Pizza. So if you want some good pizza, go there. You might see me there. You know what I'm saying?
The pizza.
She's like, "Hello, Andy? Is this you?" Like, yeah. Give me my pizza, my cheese pizza for my little princess.
Because you know, she has to be. You gotta let her know.
Well,
Cheese specifically is gonna be for Ari. Gotta let her know over the phone.
hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Gotta let her know.
We have a gang of topics, y'all. Before we start, how y'all been? Because y'all haven't talked to the people in a minute.
So good.
Well, I don't know, everything's good, man.
I feel dedicated to this.
Yeah,
Like,
you know?
I feel dedicated to this, man. Like, somebody that don't even really know me, like, said something that was very, like, very profound. And it was just like, yo, like, hey, you just keep doing this podcast thing, bro. It's like, he's like, I don't know another person that's not a celebrity that has over 100 episodes, like, that I rub shoulders with. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my lady first, because she be helping me so much. She be keeping me motivated on this, you know what I'm saying? Not letting me slip. I be feeling like giving up sometimes, you know? Yeah. I'll say it out loud, but, you know, it's just not in the plans. But yeah, it was just speaking to something that I wasn't even looking to myself to even have. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to the homie. And we here, man. This is episode 111. This whole week is the news. I don't know if we should start with the latest, the funnest, most lighthearted stuff, but it's all really lighthearted if you really think about it.
It's the funnest.
All we do is lighthearted top.
Where y'all want to start? Y'all want to start with the president elect, hopefully getting up there and, you know, just duking it out. Y'all want to talk about Unc and his his grammar day. Where y'all want to go? Y'all let me know.
Let's start off with Shannon. That's what we, you know.
All right.
Let's do Shannon, man.
Hey.
Get Shannon out the way, man.
This is just a shout out to the internet in general right here. This is an applause. This is for all y'all out there that just, you know, everybody has something to say about his game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's nasty. First off, Meek Mill. I don't know, man. Meek, we gonna get to you later. But yeah, everybody, this is a congratulations to the world for having the internet. Yeah. Like, where y'all want to start with this? This, first off, I don't want to say that Unc set that up.
I think Unc set it up.
I feel it's probably set up.
Do you think it was verbiage that he was using that you just not you yourself, but let's just say, do you think he was having a moment like, all right, I put the phone down, so now I'm about to talk to her crazy.
Yeah. Man, I think.
Oh man.
I think you know people was getting his name in the streets messed up, and he was like, I'm gonna have to show y'all what I'm doing over here, and he set up the live so that he could do that, and then try to play it off like as if it was, I ain't mean to do that, nah, because they was playing with his name in the street, and he was like, nah, let me show y'all what I'm out here doing.
And the reality is that by submitting to a social test like that, it brings you further in question to the original stated question, the thing that you're trying to dispute. By releasing it in that format, it feels coerced in that, that can also be arranged by someone who doesn't want that to be out about them because it's the truth. So I think the intent was to do what you said, but I think that because the higher road in those matters is really just to keep your private life private, is the higher road to do in those matters. By doing anything other than that,
I can't really say
you're never going to confirm it.
My kid is right here, so I can't really say, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the set is in real life, but, you know, it's just certain questions. Like, so when you say that, you could be speaking to her being overly, like, into it with some narratives I've heard where she's just like that just sounded so.
You're starting to pick out the actual script for something to happen. I'm saying that if that's his intent, he can get with a lady, have her not know anything about what she's doing, and just genuinely have a good time with her, but be sure to release that. I'm not saying that everything is scripted, that it has to happen through this pattern, and she knew and he knew, and I'm just saying that
But wouldn't that-
answer his question to the world by getting into the pit and doing that, it now just brings you further into question because you can do that if it's also true.
Wow.
If it's true or false is the question. He's trying to use that to say it's false because of this, and the reality is it still can be true, and you can do that.
So you don't think that was just not a mistake?
I think it was a mistake because
Not a mistake. Like I dropped the phone like he was trying to say at the beginning. See, there was a certain person in our family. You know who you are. He lies a lot, right? But they told me, they said, tell a lie, you got to tell another lie, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like you got to, because it's the whole narrative is false to begin with. Mm-hmm. So it's just at that point it's a fiction book. But when the first thing he said, and as soon as it changed, when it was like, oh, I got hacked, and it was like, oh, my PR people, you know, they jumped the gun. Mm-hmm. They jumped the gun. But I went and told them, I say, hey, Unc was doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So my thing is that I don't think that it was like, when I say a mistake, I just don't think the phone fell. It was like boom, boom, boom. But at the same time, I still think it was just like, all right, here y'all go. Maybe not in that light either of what you were saying. It was just like, you know, you just don't know what's happening in certain rooms until you do. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
And by putting out something that you would think that would prove what's happening in a room, you only bringing more question to what's happening in that room. So it's not answering the question.
We could play a recording and have a phone facing the ceiling and play a recording of something that's not happening here and make people think.
And make them think there's there. Or if it's important to you for people to believe something, you can just do something for that very reason. It doesn't mean you're not. If I don't eat salads, but if someone gave me $1 million right now and said, you have to eat this salad, and while you're doing it, you have to smile through it. Now, that's the part that my natural reaction would go, well, I can still go, ugh. But if the stipulation was I had to smile through it to get $1 million, I can tell my mind with enough force, I don't care what this tastes like. It tastes like cookies right now. Because that's what you're going to get after this. It's good. So my point is, if it's important to you,
You know what his plans for his meal is.
if it's important to you to prove something, one way or the other, you can do anything. We're on a planet of no rules. I think when certain things are talked about, we're acting like, oh, you know, that's the rule. So since he released that, that's the proof. It's done. And for some people, it is. And that's sort of what he could have been, what it could be released to soothe those people. But in reality, anyone who's questioning you on this type of subject, they won't be happy with any answer other than you telling them the more salacious answer. So even if the regular old, I'm just a regular old straight black man, is the truth, because people have asked this question so much of this person, the people that are asking it won't be happy until something comes out.
Hey,
the opposite.
I want to say, I'm gonna hit your drop. Hold on.
You a fat phase on
Hey, shout out to you, Tony. You the first person that I like talk to, and just kind of just even in social media, just kind of like looking at it. People have expressed that sentiment of, oh yeah, he just did that. You made this a very serious conversation. Mm-hmm. Somehow, didn't he?
Yeah.
It was like I didn't want to go to none of my jokes. I got 1 million jokes lined up. I got so many. I told you I can't say one because you know what I'm saying. This is a family set.
That's what I'm saying. Reality has way more to be talked about than the narrative we're being told to be put on. So if we just speak to reality right now, we will have way more to say about the subject than, oh, did his plan work? Did his plan work, or did his plan fail? Those are the two narratives that now we're told to pick. What about the other narrative of he is a free person able to move his fingers and toes independently by his own mental power? He can therefore do anything to prove or disprove anything at any time. He can make a live filmed adult film with 50 women in the film. It would prove nothing. It would prove nothing.
Touche.
Because
At the end of
to
the
be
day-
the thing that they're saying doesn't mean you can't do the other thing. Because if that's the case, then the people who are closeted wouldn't have had kids with women and had relationships where women actually believed that, oh, he was in love with me on this. Well, how did he believe? How did she believe that? Well, because he did everything he was supposed to do at the level
Yeah,
he was supposed to do it.
Too many.
And that's if you're playing a role, you're playing a role. And therefore, it's not a lie or a truth. If you decide to play this role, it is now your truth that you are this being. You exist. You are a real person.
So in the midst of this, I guess because you made it a very just a very more of a talk piece now. You know what I'm saying? It's just not it's not Shannon Sharpe's IG live. This is like
Oh, Shannon's calling in.
sorry about that, y'all.
We can't have him come on live like that. Shannon's tried to call in live to clear things. That's the whole point, Shannon. You can't clear things up when it comes to subjects like this. And I'm saying that to every Shannon out there, including myself. Everyone is Shannon. The point is, what a person believes about you that isn't you, you'll never be able to not disprove what they feel about you by doing things.
At the end of the day,
If you know that that's what they're thinking, because you can always be doing things to change their thinking, in which case that's still not the truth of who you are, and what they said about you is still right.
here goes my philosophy. Who cares?
Thank you.
That's at the end of the day, we digging deep into this topic.
Yeah, no.
At the end of the day-
I'm
I'm just saying, this is my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
My thoughts is, who cares? I don't care if he is. I don't care if he ain't. And he should be saying, who cares what everybody else think.
And that's what he used to say. That's what he used to say.
What the hell y'all
And
think?
he got tired of saying it, and now he's falling into the roles of, well, I'm going to do X, Y, or Z, or they're going to be leaked, or I'm going to put out, or whatever it is.
He took the bait. He took the bait.
You take the bait. Now you're in the pit, and when you're in the pit with pigs, no one leaves clean.
Yeah, I think this might be something that we might come back and revisit at a certain point. But that was
The Drew Network.
Yeah, and to Eric's point, the fact that isn't the point is my point. The fact that enough people in society haven't said no one cares, because it'd be like saying Andrew wore a green shirt yesterday.
Like, all right.
Okay. So my point is, until it becomes to that level of like, oh, that's just a fact of life. And what I'm saying is the fact that people have different sexualities, and as long as they are not inflicting pain or harming a lower being like some innocent child, we as adults have accepted the things that adults do amongst adults that are agreed amongst those adults. Until we accept that everyone's version of having fun is a little different, until we accept that it takes this person 4 pumps where it takes this person 26 pumps to do the same thing at the end, until we just accept that everyone's different in every way.
I just called what he just did. That was crazy.
We have to accept it. Because again, we're putting a thing of, oh no, that you're not this until you do this, until you do that, until you do this.
You a fat phase-on lie.
And the
Oh man, Tony is cooking this episode. Boy,
The
he
reality
cooking.
is, until it gets to what Eric says, who actually cares? That shows you are actually okay with it. Because real people, I would say one thing about all humans, we don't have enough mental capacity to talk about things we don't care about. Anything someone is talking about, they care about. So the Bible says a billion things you can't do. But if they're only picking shellfish and they're doing everything else and they're only talking about the horribleness of shellfish, and I'm going to say shellfish in that way. If you can only think of the one thing that you're going to hold mankind to doing right is shellfish, but everyone can do all the other things wrong, then you're missing the point of that book being what you guide yourself by. Because all of the things are supposed to be important. Therefore, at the very end of your rainbow, you have to treat people nice regardless of what they believe, because that's what that message ended with. It's going to say, don't do these things, but if you see people doing them, don't be mean to them, because that's also in that book.
Well,
So again, it's until it gets to who cares, of the genuineness of who cares, of how he genuinely feels about the subject, till enough people feel that way. It will always show that, oh, this is another limitation that's holding mankind back in this weird bubble.
Well, speaking of a bubble, they had the presidential candidates squaring off on Tuesday night. That was pure entertainment.
Yeah.
Pure entertainment.
Best comedy show on right now, man.
First off, shout out to everybody from Ohio and that has pets. I don't know if I can get my dogs to bark. I probably could right now, just to show y'all that I haven't eaten them.
Yet.
I don't. Well,
You Haitian immigrant. Because we Creole, so
I know, but why you
that's part of our.
why are you putting us out there like that? We're from Ohio, of Creole descent. I just gave a shout out to the people in Ohio. That nigga said 26 or 4 strokes.
Wow.
But he subbed it for pumps.
See? I said,
You ain't even catch it.
he heard him.
How you sit still through that, man?
I was trying to let him flow.
Hey,
man.
the weed hit me, and I said, this nigga's talking about a stroke count. Some niggas got 26. Some niggas got 4. Oh man!
And
Shout out to the team.
Some people have a typical 50 until they're with somebody who turns them into a 4. And then they realize,
Wait,
how can I talk about the 4s in the world when I just realized I finally experienced somebody who 4'd me?
Facts. Hey, sometimes.
And can you see what I'm cooking there?
I already expressed that there are children
I've
on the
experienced
set.
that in my life.
This man is wild. This is his episode.
I've experienced that in my life. I
It's
can
still
teach you
coded
some
until you
things.
point it out, though. It's coded until you point it out.
Hey, this man is cooking.
I can cook with anybody in the room. And they won't know what's in the microwave.
But I know
open the door.
I know what's in the microwave, but I don't know how to cook like you. So I gotta sit here and be
what's
quiet.
so funny though, because we all put a thing on whatever we determine is the ideal of whatever system it is. So if it's being men, we have the ideal of being a man. If it's women, they're thinking of the ideal of being a woman. And therefore, if they're not hitting that mark and others aren't, they're willing to criticize people for those things, knowing that they don't hit any of the marks that the ideal is, and they're trying to race towards it as well. So my point of all of that is, maybe you've been talking to someone whose body is more receptive to being pleased, and therefore does not need as much stimulation and time as you, but you turned that into a cool factor of like, I can go on and on for years.
Well, no, it's more so.
You said that's what I was in?
No,
not. I'm saying
no. That's
the hypothetical
to be completely honest with you. Men tagged onto it saying they could go on for years, but that's mainly women who pointed that out. Women pointed that out, not men, and it's because of men.
Where did we just turn? What happened?
I don't know, but this is where we was at. So I just jumped in because it's like it ain't men that was just obviously like the ones that was just saying like want to brag about being long. It was because women didn't like the short because it was like whether it's 50 or 4, the man he gonna
This is
grab
my
his.
fault. This is my fault. I
Yeah.
brought it back up.
did.
But I was asking him.
Yeah.
You know what?
But now he's keeping it nicely coded.
Yeah.
No. I'm not. I was doing that. That's that's a like an act for the. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really know what to say anyway.
But the thing is what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at real quick, and then we can move is 50 or 4, they're gonna be good by the end. But that 4 might not satisfy the woman. So they the ones.
And again, it's only because we set an archetype of that's what has to be done in order for her to be happy. When
I don't think we can talk like this without a woman on the panel.
No, we're sharing. We're talking about universal truths, not things that are specific. Because again, what he was saying is right. And my point is, in adding to that, is we can't limit ourselves to say that using this thing with that thing is the only way that I'm going to make her happy. When we have, from your hair follicles to your toenails, a body that we control, and we only think that it counts when we do this with that. And that's sort of what I'm saying. We have to learn not to truly yuck anyone's yum, realizing that the whole world is yum, because we just haven't tasted that, and that we haven't tasted meal cooked the way we would like it. But it doesn't mean it's impossible for us to eat that meal ever. Those ingredients are in your meals too, but they're just seasoned differently. And that's what makes you you. You don't have to like another thing, but it means that when you go to the buffet, you don't pour bleach on the things you don't like to eat. You just don't pick them.
Facts.
You just don't pick them. You're going to go, "Bleh, I don't like pork chops. Bleh, and I'm going to throw up on the things I don't like. And then, oh, spaghetti, I'm going to get this. And the chicken wings, I'm going to get this. And then the next person comes behind you. Oh, all we're supposed to eat is spaghetti and chicken wings. Everything else is disgusting, guys. That's not the point of a buffet. And the world is a buffet. Life is a buffet. Everybody enjoy the meal.
Well, in the words of Tony T, enjoy the goddamn meal. Cleanliness travels like defense. It has been fun. It is time for Andrea and Steve's son to run. That's the only air horn we're going to probably get this episode. Hell no, it's not.
To be continued.
Are we coming back, or we gonna call this a day? We gonna call it a day?
I'm saying ultimately this line of thought.
Oh yeah, we'll come back to this. Are we still red over there, Pooh?
Yeah.
We still red? All right. So I guess that's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I'm trying to I'm doing a little closing a little bit different, and I didn't do it with the music. But like I said, it's been fun. It's time for Andrea and Steve's sons to run. Cleanliness travels like defense. It's a cold season out there. Get some medicine. You know what I'm saying?
Vicks Vapor Rub.
Shout out to everyone in our family. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what else to say, y'all. This has been a hell of an episode.
P.O.P. holding it down. Mama, I love you.
We still red over there?
yeah.
All right. So we are going to close it.
We gonna close it.
We're gonna close it then.
I guess we're closing it. Bye, y'all.
Bye.